that senior leadership. 4 seniors in the starting lineup for the Vikings. But Butler's not going away.
They aren't. This is good basketball. I can't say that it's bad defense or great offense, but it's good basketball by both teams, recognizing the moment and having the right players shoot the right shots.
Much better offensive flow here in the second half than in the first.
Definitely. I think the nerves are completely gone and people are now just playing the game that they know.
Cleveland State with 6 made threes, the same for Butler, but Butler is warmed up in the second half. Klein deflected, put it back up and in. Kailey Klein will not be denied. That's 23 for Klein.
Klein got that ball deflected, but she still didn't give up on the play. She got the ball back and got a layup for her team.
She is the playmaker on this Cleveland State basketball team, up by 8 in the game. Burns lost it. Butler saved it, though. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, and Pittman, who cannot miss, scores again.
Pittman is taking over this game right now. Somebody on Cleveland State is going to have to step up and just guard her one-on-one, because right now a lot of the plays she's making, it's just one-on-one, creating her own shot.
Taken away from Klein. And Tara Burns nearly lost it on the floor. And it looks like Butler was able to regain possession and get a timeout. With 4:40 left in the second half. Kate Peterson-Abiad's team had a huge second half lead. It has dwindled, and yet when Butler was on its run, she was up clapping and trying to calm her group down a bit.
Both teams have showed a lot of maturity. They got rattled for a second, but they regained focus quickly. A lot of times if a team is young and they get rattled, they just give up. They don't give up in the sense that they just don't want to win anymore, but they just turn the ball over too many times in a row. Both teams have done a good job to regain focus and go on a run of their own. As
we head down the stretch, Renee, what's going to be most important?
The most important thing heading down the stretch is going to be shot selection. Butler has to do a good job of they have to play with a sense of urgency, but they can't play too fast and throw up bad shots. I mean, even if the shot clock's going down, you still have to make sure you get a good shot, and rather than just throw up a bad shot early in the shot clock.
You saw Pittman's numbers moments ago. She does well against Cleveland State, 17 and 13 in the 2 regular season meetings that were split by the 2 schools. Well, both coaches said last night, I think this is going to be a terrific game, and we might be headed for a terrific ending.
Yeah, both teams, it's looking that way because both teams are playing good basketball, great offense right there. Thornton on a motion offense, she gets an easy layup. That's the kind of shots Butler has to continue to get.
Got a good one going on at the Crest Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The 2 teams separated by just a couple of field goals. Jim Barber and former UConn star Renee Montgomery. When we come back, ball out of bounds to Butler and a chance to get even closer. ESPNU's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. 54-50, Cleveland State, 4:19 to go. Vikings' biggest lead at the 13-11 mark was 15 points, 43-28. But this is how Butler got back in it, and Alyssa Pittman had a lot to do with that.
Alyssa Pittman had everything to do with that. She hit 2 big threes in a row. Actually, I should say 3. They weren't in a row, but she just had the confidence. She had airballed a shot, and then she came back and knocked it in. And then they get a steal and get an easy layup in transition. And then this is a great hustle. We should give the assist to Thornton, although it wasn't, but she dove out of bounds and saved the ball, giving her team another chance to get a shot.
Beth Kuchar, good friends with Butler men's basketball coach Brad Stevens. I imagine Brad and many of the coaches and players watching this back in Indianapolis. In fact, the coaches exchange text messages on occasion. And Brad was in attendance watching the women play against Green Bay earlier in the season when it was a battle between 1 and 2 in the conference. Long 3 missed by Bowen, but tapped out to Pittman. Fresh shot clock. On the drive, Butler loses it, picked up by Lester, blocked.
That's a great job by Thornton. She didn't get the rebound, but she tipped it out because she couldn't get it, and she gave her team another possession.
15 on the shot clock, and off the hands of Tara Burns. With that, television timeout. Great finish coming up. Vikings by 4 for a chance to get to the dance. .340 left in regulation. Nobody's sitting down right now as this game has been narrowed to 4 points at 54-50. And the Klein family, a moment of a breather, but perhaps settling in after the nerves. What's at stake? The Women's Horizon League Championship and an automatic NCAA tournament bid. There's Kailey's dad, Mike. He's been standing for almost the entire second half. Just as nervous as anybody else. Beth Kuchar, the fine coach of Butler, trying to narrow in one of the best comebacks ever in league championship play. Her team down by 15 earlier in this half. In our game reset, timeouts remaining, 3 for Cleveland State, 2 for Butler. Cleveland State over the limit on fouls, and the possession arrow favors Cleveland State.
That was a great steal by Pittman. She's not only getting it done on the offensive end, but now she comes and gets a big steal, and she's walking to the free throw line to help bring her team back.
Angel Roque picks up her 4th personal foul, and just as important, Butler's in a bonus. And as a team, shoots 71% from the line.
Now going back to the parents standing, I know my parents personally, the parents are more nervous because you can't control the outcome of the game, so they just want you to be so successful, and they want you to win so bad that, I mean, my parents have actually literally got sick before.
Really?
Really, like couldn't watch.
What was your advice to them?
We're gonna win.
Made them feel better, I hope.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, you're in the player pool for the 2010 World Basketball Championships. We're going to make your coach out here right now, Coach Montgomery. What's important?
Right now, what's important to the game is management. You got to make